Yeah, so it's definitely Dylan Raiola versus the USC defensive line because Dylan Raiola is very bad under pressure, and specifically when he has multiple players putting pressure on him at the same time. There's been plenty of times like throughout the year where I've seen like one guy get in the backfield and Raiola like is able to evade him or break the sack or whatever. But if the pocket is collapsing on him, he turtles up every time. He is not good at getting rid of the ball quickly enough to avoid the sack. He's not good at getting out of the pocket when there's I think it must be a mental thing. Like when there's multiple players that he has to figure out how to evade, he just can't do it. So I think, the defensive line needs to get home on Raiola and make him really uncomfortable. And, once you do that, he's not very effective. And in the games that he's been the worst, like Minnesota, it's been because Minnesota sacked him 9 times. So and the Nebraska offensive line is not very good either. Like it's not just a Raiola thing; it's also because the offensive line is not good in pass protection at all. But that's like the main thing for USC's defense, I think, is really getting home on him and really selling out. And I think, it's USC scheme wise is going to be tempted to do what they've been doing all year, which is kind of play this really soft pass coverage because Raiola does have a big arm. He's still very talented and can uncork like long passing touchdowns every once in a while. And so, they're going to be tempted to do the same thing they did against CJ Carr, which is play this like really soft pass coverage and, take away the long pass and just kind of eliminate that part of Raiola's game. But how CJ Carr played last week is how Dylan Raiola plays every week. Like he makes 1 or 2 really crucial, really dumb mistakes because his field vision is not great. And he also just can't stand up against the defensive line. So that's a really key matchup. The defensive line needs to get home